earlier today about like how much growth I've had in like at least the last few years alone, right? I had a lot of growth and started realizing that I didn't want to associate and be around certain people to where it expanded to not even just certain people, but certain types of people, right? Certain types of people I didn't want around me. I am a firm believer in having bad energy around you will 100% rub off on you, right? If you got lazy friends that's always telling you, man, you ain't got to do that. Why you want to do this, man? You want to go ahead and waste your time doing that? Chances are they lazy, they not doing that with their life. It's going to spread to you. Someone's toxic and they always angry all the time. If they're around you enough, you going to be angry all the time. But no, if someone has no motivation and they don't want to like move to another level within their life, they're going to try to spread it onto you. Right? You ever had someone tell you that you can't do something just because they can't do it? Man, you ain't going to do that. Oh, man, that's so-and-so. Oh, man, that's that. It's this real crabs in the barrel mentality that like I've noticed from certain people that I've had in my life, and I didn't want them around me. I didn't want them around me, so I made sacrifices. And I might have cared about them, but to be honest, sometimes the best thing you can do for somebody that you care about is to let them go. If they're toxic, and they're so toxic, they're so wrapped up in their stuff, they're not even realizing the effect, the negative effect that they're having on you, and the things that's going on in your life. They blame you for everything. Even when they're wrong, they do something, it's your fault. You ever had somebody apologize to you like this? Watch this. I'm sorry that you feel that I did something wrong to you. F out of here. F out of here. Bare minimum, I made you feel, right? Like if I say something that offends somebody, right, and I actually care about them, and I didn't mean to make them feel a certain way, doesn't matter, I still made them feel a certain way, right? So I would just blatantly apologize, like, yo, I'm sorry that I made you feel this way. That was not my intention, nor was it what I meant. But my bad. I apologize for making you feel this way. It happens. Sometimes I'll say a joke, right? And when it comes to like, I guess if you're just a content creator and you're just talking crap or doing jokes and people get butthurt and expect you to apologize every time and then now you can't say that joke anymore, I'm not talking about those Looney Tunes. You could ignore those losers. You could ignore those losers. You know what I'm talking about? Ignore them. I'm talking about people that you care about, and when you actually have done something wrong, if you really did something wrong, bro, genuinely, if you genuinely did something wrong, you can make it right. But it's energy, man. I'm a firm believer in keeping bad energy away from you. I'm a firm believer of giving positive energy to people that you care about. I'm also a firm believer of, how do you say this? Things being equal to a sense. If you've wronged somebody, I do think that you should make an effort to make it right. So what I'm saying, just saying, oops, my bad, doesn't do anything. That's one thing that can cause you to just remove somebody from your life. I think you should. If someone almost don't even apologize ever and take accountability, but let alone if they do, it's just a little, well, my bad. What did you expect me to do? I'm not a grown up. I'm not a grown up. You expecting me to be an adult? Ha ha, joke's on you. Like, get the hell out of my face with that. The fewer friends you have, the less chips you got to share. Hey, man, I'm not mad at it. I'm not one of those guys that's like, I need to have friends. I need to. When you are desperate to have people around you like that, there are vultures. There are people that are snakes. They see it. They're wolves in sheep clothing. They see it. They're like, ooh, I can take advantage of this person. I'm telling you, bro. I've seen it. I've seen it. They will blatantly try to take advantage of you because they see the desperation. They're like, oh, they're going to let me get away with a lot. They're going to let me get away with a lot. I'm gonna be able to get this off. Those are disgusting people. You need to stay away from those people. Sometimes you don't even need an explanation. You don't even need an explanation. Not everything has to be a big dramatic thing. I remember they had a TV show called Ghosted, right? Where people would hire this team that was similar to Catfish, and they would go and track down people that ghosted them. So you'd be like, yo, I went on a date with this girl, man. We went on like 4 dates. It was amazing. And then one day she just disappeared. And like I couldn't text her anymore, man. It was like going straight to like just like ignore or something. I don't know what happened to her. And they hire these investigators to find out. And it's always the most embarrassing thing where the girl is just like, I just didn't like you no more. And I wasn't feeling you. And I got a new boyfriend. Or it'll be vice versa, where a girl's tripping and a dude's just like, well, I didn't like you anymore or whatever. Right? But I'm like, at first when that show came out, I was like, damn, yeah, that sucks. People just ghost you. Right? And that shoot, I've been ghosted. I think everybody's been ghosted at least once, right? And if not, whatever. You shouldn't worry about it. If you have been ghosted, don't worry about it. It's really not a big deal. That person is literally doing you a favor. Them ghosting you is them doing you a favor. They're letting you know that they don't even respect you enough to have a conversation with you or let you know that they're not going to be around. Why would you waste your time caring or being hurt and in your feelings about someone like that? That's just, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. So my advice is to keep the negative and bad energy away from you. Don't be distracted by these losers. They're going to want to try to pull you down with them. F them. F those losers, man. Hit that like button. We talking that real stuff over here. He said, the fewer friends you have, the less chips. Yep. You know the chips. See, Joe. Who? I don't know who that person is, Maria. I don't know who that person is. I'm going to be honest with you. But I'm not going to go to anyone's videos like that's pro Lucas and I'm going, yeah, I don't care. Everyone's entitled to have their opinion. Might be different from mine, but whatever. Like, I don't like Lucas. I'm not like a Lucas supporter, but I have a certain code, right? I like to stick with my morals. So if I don't want someone to hack me or strike me and have my channel taken down, then me wishing it on even my enemy is too much. For me personally, right? I'm not going to judge anyone for thinking in a different way. But I'm not on that type of time. I don't like Lucas, but I wouldn't wish for it. But I wouldn't say I'm defending that loser. Lucas is a bitch. I wouldn't say I'm defending that guy. Did they ghosted you, delete their number, and forget their name? Yeah, F them. Man, I'm telling you, that's what I think maybe when I was a teenager, I was a simp and I would hit the person up. What happened? What's going on? I wonder whatever happened is, but man, listen. Sometimes people ain't as good as what you remember them. Sometimes they just blatantly moved on and they assume that you would just get the hit and move on as well. It's not worth thinking about, right? Like, that's something that as a grown man, that wasn't even a thought. If I don't care how good the conversation is, how much of a connection, how much we're friends, I live by this rule. If I contact you and you don't respond in a reasonable amount of time, slowly but surely, I'll probably never reply to you ever again. You're going to get ghosted. Whenever you feel the need to be like, okay, now I got time 7 months later to reach out to Beast Boy, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I can't get in contact with him? Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. A text message takes 2 seconds. You can literally send out a bunch of text messages at the same time to different people saying the same thing. Hey, how you doing? You okay? If someone can't do that in a large amount of time, 6 months to a year, then they clearly don't give a F about you. And they're not worth your time. So you shouldn't even be giving them a thought. So when they do have time, aka they're bored, and now they looking for some amusement. They reach out. Let them reach. Let them reach. Let them reach. Let them swing at the air. Pain gainers and cancel culture, we don't care, right? I know I made a lot of changes recently, and it's because I'm trying to make sure I'm good out here in these streets. So this is probably the last big one, but guys, I have a new channel. It's for my live streams and my podcast, Real Talk with BXB Boy. You can find that link. That is a train going on in the background. I'm not editing out. You can find that the link somewhere on my channel. If you go to my homepage, I'll probably have it in the pinned comments too as well. If not, in the description. So go and check that out. That's where you can catch topics not only early and way before they come out on my main channel, but you actually get to hang out with me and just have conversations, maybe even ask me for advice or just ask me whatever questions you want to have, or ask. So go and check that channel out, subscribe to that. Make sure you check out my previous episodes of my podcast. I appreciate the heck out of y'all, man. Also, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Helps me keep going. You never know, man. I might get canceled. Might come on here. I might be gone tomorrow. Never know. Check me out on Patreon and find exclusive content. You also get early access to a bunch of stuff as well. Check that out.